48 hours. That is exactly how long it takes an investigator sitting in a quiet room to pinpoint the exact coordinates of a multi-million-dollar shipping vessel actively hiding at sea. They do not write a single line of malicious code to do it. They don't breach firewalls, and they don't buy stolen credentials on the dark web. To move cargo, wire money, or register a business anywhere on Earth, entities are legally required to generate an endless stream of public documentation. Open-source intelligence investigators, or OSINT analysts, capture that mandatory digital exhaust and turn it into a roadmap. A company trying to hide assets will invest millions in cybersecurity to block hackers, but their own legally mandated tax filings and customs declarations are sitting right out in the open, revealing exactly what they want to protect. Before tracking a target, the investigator builds a sterile environment. They spin up a fresh operating system routed through randomized IP addresses, ensuring their digital fingerprint is invisible to the entity they are hunting. The objective in this trace is a ghost, a corporate entity that exists only as a name on a ledger, shifting physical assets across multiple sovereign borders to avoid seizure. You don't start a hunt like this by looking for a needle in a haystack. You pull global incorporation registries, map the macro-level paper trail, and slowly zoom in until a physical location comes into focus. To build a truly untraceable corporate structure, you have to register shell companies, hire offshore lawyers, and file complex international paperwork. That extensive effort to disappear generates the exact documentation required to find you. The target's first maneuver is standard evasion. They formally dissolve their primary corporation and immediately register a new shell company under a different name in a foreign jurisdiction. But a superficial name change offers zero protection. Historical internet archives capture snapshots of their old website, server infrastructure, and prior filings long before the dissolution took place. While the entity's legal name shifts repeatedly, the underlying hardware holds a permanent identifier. A maritime hull number or tax ID remains attached to the physical asset. By running that fixed number through global shipping registries and corporate databases, an investigator tracks exactly where it was reassigned. Locating the new incorporation documents proves the target is still operating. Their attempt to vanish behind a new legal name actually verified their current operational hub. Paper trails only establish legal ownership. To find where the asset is right now, the investigation must pivot from static documents to active physical movement. Global aviation and maritime law dictates that large commercial vessels and private aircraft constantly broadcast their location via radio transponders to prevent collisions. Around the world, thousands of volunteers host public receivers on their roofs, intercepting those broadcast signals and logging the precise coordinates of every passing flight. This chart plots geographical timestamps from the target's corporate jet against the filing dates of their newly discovered shell company. There is a distinct overlap. The executive jet landed at a remote regional airport just hours before the foreign shell company was officially incorporated. Executives still need to sign papers, shake hands, and inspect facilities. The heavy logistics of moving human beings in the physical world map out the exact timing of their abstract corporate restructuring. That regional airport sits 30 miles from an isolated industrial park, surrounded by dense forest and heavy cloud cover that obscures traditional satellite imagery. To see through the weather, investigators pull commercial synthetic aperture radar, or SAR, data. This radar bounces signals off the ground, bypassing the clouds entirely to confirm new construction and vehicle activity at the site. Seeing a building does not confirm who is operating inside it. Compiling a personnel roster requires looking closely at the localized digital environment without ever pinging the target servers or tripping a security alarm. By mapping public running routes uploaded to fitness apps originating from the facility's perimeter and scraping recent IT job postings for that exact zip code, a clear picture emerges of the specific server architecture and the people maintaining it. A corporation can buy military-grade security fences and encrypt their communications, but they cannot stop their employees from logging a morning run. Those subconscious public routines dismantle millions of dollars in physical security. The corporate filings provided the legal entity. The flight transponders provided the timeline. The radar and public routines confirmed the physical location. When fed into link analysis software, this disparate data forms a direct mathematical relationship between the ghost corporation the executive aircraft, and the remote data center. The target's entire operational structure was exposed without breaking a single law, bypassing a single password, or crossing a physical perimeter. The rapid commercialization of orbital imaging and the massive proliferation of automated data brokers mean that the Earth is now under constant public surveillance. Every action, from starting an engine to filing a tax return, registers on a global sensor. Complete anonymity is no longer a viable option for anyone participating in modern society. The world is drowning in raw structural data. What remains exceedingly rare is the ability to filter out the noise and read the patterns left behind. True operational advantage no longer comes from hiding information. It comes from the analytical mastery required to see the invisible architecture of public records that everyone else is stepping right over.